here to launch this year's Eastside Arts Festival, and we're in Victoria Park. So the festival runs from the 5th to the 15th of August. We've got a mixture of live outdoors and indoors events, so in-person events, and we also have a really lovely digital online programme for anybody that would prefer to enjoy the festival from the comfort of their own home.
Belfast City Council is delighted to be involved with the Eastside Arts Festival. We obviously support arts, culture, community, and this is a wonderful example of bringing all these things together. Arts like this are always important, but I think post-COVID, coming out of lockdown, we realised how important they are, how important the arts are, how important community is, and how important it is to connect people together, which is the theme of this festival. We're going to be bringing people together through art, through community, and it's just a wonderful thing for us to be involved in.
And the festival director, Rachel Kennedy, joins us in the studio. Rachel, how are you?
I'm really well, Robin. It's lovely to be back.
Good to see you again, in person, at last.
Yes. Very
Yes.
exciting. Feels like we're getting somewhere, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? So the 5th until the 15th of August is the festival this year. Loads going on, as always. Let's start with music, and Anthony Toner, great to see him back with a great new album.
Yes, and we're really excited about that show, but unfortunately it is completely sold out.
Wow.
And that was one of the shows that sold out first, and that's really good credit to how much people love Anthony's music, and his album is of course based on locations and places in and around East Belfast. So it's a beautiful, it's going to be a beautiful event. We wish we could have a few more people in the room, but if people are really big Anthony fans, we know there are a lot of them out there, then there's another opportunity to see him. So he's singing as part of a lineup which is called Under the Influence. So it's a gig that we're running in C.S. Lewis Square. It's our first foray into doing live outdoors. People that have been to the festival before know that normally we have the beautiful big top.
Yeah.
So this year we're going open air.
Wow.
And we're going to be able to have 4 nights of live music, and one of those nights is Under the Influence, which is Gareth Dunlop and Anthony Toner and a number of other fantastic musicians. And it's called Under the Influence because they're playing the songs that inspired them, that influenced them. So we're going to get a really intriguing and I think quite unique night of music with that show.
Okay, looking good, looking forward to that.
Yep.
We've got something for Van Morrison fans as well, haven't we?
Yeah, and again, part of the live at C.S. Lewis Square lineup, we've got Celtic Soul, who everybody will know as the kind of foremost Van the Man cover band. But they're again doing something quite special for us. So they're going to be doing a gig which celebrates the 50+1 anniversary of the album Moondance. So Moondance was 50 last year.
Yeah.
So Celtic Soul are going to be playing in the second half, they're going to play the full album.
Wow.
But in the first half, we're going to have 3 or 4 really fabulous artists who are going to perform one song each from Moondance, kind of their interpretation, then another favourite Van song of their own, and then a song from their own repertoire. So that's going to be a lovely lineup as well. So again, quite unique.
Okay, now we've got a very special tribute to Gary Moore as well, haven't we?
We do as well, yes. So again, one of probably East Belfast's best known musicians, and an extraordinarily accomplished and talented guitar player, kind of lauded the world over.
Yeah.
So this year is the 10th anniversary of his passing. So we're going to celebrate again on the final night of the festival in the square, live outdoors, hopefully under the sun and the sun or the stars. And we're going to celebrate the music of Gary Moore with a tribute night that features again a lineup of 4 or 5 really, really accomplished musicians, and hopefully will do justice to the great man.
Exactly. Now, I had Gary's sister Patricia on the show recently, and we were talking about doing a statue to Gary as well. Somewhere in East Belfast, say C.S. Lewis Square, would be the perfect location, wouldn't it?
Well, there's one to put on the list. Yeah, I mean, he's an artist that is so loved and so treasured and so well known, and I think it's really important that we get to celebrate the legacy of the artists that came out of East Belfast. Well, out of Belfast and Northern Ireland, of course, but the East is absolutely awash with brilliant talent, and I'm in the fortunate position of getting to talk about it and present it.
Brilliant. Okay. We all love Rosemary Jenkinson and her plays.
Absolutely.
She's back with a new one. Tell us about this.
So this is really special. Rosemary has always been interested in the kind of the local unionist culture and the bonfire culture. In and around East Belfast, and as an East Belfast resident herself, and so we at Eastside Arts feel like it's Really important that the alternative to some of the depictions that there are of the young bonfire builders that we would see a lot in the media is presented. So we brought Rosemary together with several young bonfire builders, and it was all done in early last year, and in lockdown and on Zoom screens, and Rosemary had conversations with the young people that had been or are involved with building the bonfires. And they had some really, really interesting conversations, and out of that has come a fantastic piece which is called Billy Boy, and it's the first time that we are having a return to live theatre this year. So Billy Boy will be performed by an actor live on stage, and the actor is John Travers, and he's just phenomenal. So he will be performing the piece straight through. It's a one-man show. It lasts about an hour in Strand Arts Centre, and I suppose it's what you'd expect from Rosemary. It's very funny, it's very witty, it's a little bit naughty, and she kind of puts across a different perspective that I think people might be interested in finding out. So come along, it's going to be a good show. That's on the first Saturday and Sunday of the festival, so the 7th and 8th of August.
Okay, now after the past year that we've had, we all need a good laugh. You've got a big comedy night as well, haven't you?
So we've got some lovely comedy in the festival. We've got our comedy night, which features 4 different comedians who are performing in the vault, and that's going to be 4 different stand-ups doing their thing. And then we've also got Tim McGarry and David Hume. So folks will know from the radio that Tim does a show called The Long and Short of It. So this one is The Long and Short of It, the creation of Northern Ireland. So it's going to be Tim and David talking about, disagreeing on and arguing about everything to do with the history of Northern Ireland, and then obviously there will be some jokes, and I think they'll also throw it open to the floor. So it's going to be part stand-up, part history. Again, something a bit special, a bit different, and that's on in the Stormont Hotel. Okay, what about events for all the family now? So we're again really excited to be bringing back theatre this year, but this time for children and families. So Replay Theatre Company, who are a brilliant company based in East Belfast, are creating a brand new show which is going to launch in the Eastside Arts Festival, and it's called Curtains. So we've got the story of the incredible Curtano clan. So if you imagine families and siblings of travelling entertainers and what they might be like and how they might fall out and how they might all crave the spotlight, I think you might get an idea as to what that event's going to be like. So, and it's lovely, it's having specially designed little bubbles. It's going to be in C.S. Lewis Square, and you can book a bubble of 8 or a bubble of 4, and people will be in their own little space outdoors in the square. And then the performance lasts about 35 to 40 minutes, and it's just really good, fun, entertaining, kind of madcap kind of family fun by Replay, and it's suitable for ages about 6+ and families. So that again in C.S. Lewis Square, and we're delighted to be able to have another East Belfast theatre company involved, and to be able to present theatre again this year. Okay, let's finish off with one of my favourite singers, Mary Coughlin, back in Belfast, this time singing the songs of Billie Holiday. That's going to be special. Yeah, we are really looking forward to that event. So Billie Holiday's been in the press quite a lot recently, just in terms of the film that's been made, and for those that would have a knowledge of Irish jazz music, jazz and folk, Mary is outstanding in her field, and has been performing the songs of Billie Holiday throughout her career, and had an album of those songs which has now been re-released. So we've taken the opportunity to have Mary come and perform for us at the Stormont Hotel, and we're going to be able to enjoy her interpretation of the songs of Billie Holiday. So again, a very special night of music. Okay, great stuff. So the 5th until the 15th of August, this year's Eastside Arts Festival. If people want to get any more information, get their tickets, how do they do that? It's all on the website, so that's eastsidearts.net, and there's a little button just for the festival. Click on that. All of the events are there, dead easy. Excellent. Rachel, thank you for coming in. Thank you so much.